Hi. Whew. Okay, let's get in something more comfortable. There we go. Okay, so if you're looking around me right now, it looks different. Yes, you see my posters, you see my John Mayer, like you see my lights, but it's a very different room. Yes, and the reason because of that, we moved. Yes, we had to move, and the reason why I haven't even filmed or posted anything is because of the stress that happened for a whole month, and then just figuring out stuff here. And now that it's October, I gotta post something. I got to. And we are now living in a new place, and guys, this is 10 times bigger than my other room. Like literally this, like my desk is right here. I just shook the camera because it's on a little tripod. My printer, I have a storage closet right here. It's like, again, eventually I will probably have a room tour, but this room's still kind of chaotic, clearly. And like the cats have their own corner. Like it's chaotic back there. Don't really look at that. But no, my bed's right here, 10 times bigger. Let me show you how big. Storm, stop. Could not do that. Oh, shit. Guys, I don't know what's up with this light. It always does that. But anyways, the room is 10 times bigger, 10 times bigger. And also, I have filmed a couple of times already. I've stopped because if you hear a squeakiness or moving and stuff like that, that is my upstairs neighbors. I can't help it. I'm trying to film something and I turn off the fan, the heater, the ceiling fan, like all of it, and that's all you're gonna hear. So at some point, guys, you might just hear my heater in the background of my videos because I'm trying to block out that noise. Because guys, we do not live in a house anymore. We live in a duplex. Yes, we are the bottom people, and then we got the top people. And I keep looking at myself in the camera. And then now we got Loki scratching on his scratcher. His scratch pad. Don't look at me like that. I'm sorry. Everyone wants to make noise when I want to film something, which is going to happen anyways living here. But let's just let him have it. Okay, so the way this apartment is set up, now Nick and Jesse are across the hall from me, so you guys might hear them, their TV or something in the background. I can't help it. If I have to make a video, I have to make a video, and you guys are probably going to hear noise in the background. I can't really help it anymore. So I'm just going to have to do what I'm given. But anyways, quick little story about what happened at our old house. The last video that I posted was a video of me and Nick going to see Haunted Mansion, and that was going to be a little start of a little series of us going to see movies in the actual theater and review it a little bit, just like a little vlog and something fun to do for a video. Well, anyways, wake up the next day. I work like around 5 o'clock in the evening. All of a sudden I hear like this surge. It sounded like a surge. It was just very like loud. And I woke up. All of a sudden I use a heater and a fan. It's a heater and a fan built in, but my heater, the fan in it was going really fast. And then the power just went off, and then it came back on. Went off, came back on. And basically the power was acting like really weird. And then I got out, freaking out, turning my heater off because that always freaks me out. And all of a sudden it seemed like my lights right here, my purple lights, my white lights, they seemed like they were getting drained of their collar, drained from their power. And I come out of the bathroom, I come out of my bedroom, Erica comes out of the bathroom, and we're like, what's going on? What's going on? We go outside on the porch. We thought it was maybe the street, something was wrong with the power on the street. No, it was our house. Because there was people right across the street practically using power tools on a roof and stuff. So there was clearly something working. Then Nick comes down from his bedroom onto the porch, says, what's going on with the power? And all of a sudden the power just stayed off. And like one room was working, and that was it. So my phone was off at the time, so I plugged in our Wi-Fi box. And there is a bug. I don't know where that's coming from. Plugged in the Wi-Fi box into the other room so I could contact Jesse. Called Jesse. He was on his way to work. He came back, and we didn't know what was going on. We couldn't even get to our basement because our landlord kept taking the basement key from us when our breaker box is down there. Originally, when we, I think the first year and a half we lived there, there was an inspection on the house, and they wanted to know where the breaker box was, and she said in the basement. And they were like, do they have access to the basement? No, I have the key. She got in trouble because we had no access to our breaker box. Well, we had it, but off and on since then, she would take it from us saying, oh, she needs it. She can't find hers. She needs it. She's going to make some copies. Da, da, da. And without us knowing, they were going into the basement constantly, putting stuff there, removing stuff, and also working on things. And she ended up getting our basement key to us finally that day. But what's funny is that when we needed down there to do something with the breaker box, no, she didn't give us the key the last time. She had her son go down there and do something. And she wouldn't even give us the key. So what kind of landlord is that? So she finally gave it to us. And me and Jesse went down there, and I had my dad go down there because he worked in maintenance and he worked in construction, so he knows what to do. So me and Jesse went upstairs, and my dad, we could hear him down there. All he had to do was scream because the installation, it was so bad in the house. The installation was shit. You could literally hear, the dog walking around, their nails or something if you were down there. And we were screaming back to him saying that it was still doing it, and it was just not safe. It seemed like it was working for a minute, but then I plugged my room in, and it just kept doing it. My TV was flickering. The lights looked like it was getting stronger in power, and so my dad just turned the whole thing off. We decided it was unsafe to be there anymore. So I practically lived with my parents for a month. Jesse and Nick lived with his parents for a week or so. Then they lived in a hotel for a week or so. Nick even stayed a couple nights in the house with no power at all, just so he could get to work. And guys, this is 90 degrees, 80 some weather that was going on. So that house, when there was no air going through it, it was dripping sweat if you're in there for too long. You feel like you can't breathe. And it was so awful in that house. That's the reason why the air was on 24/7, it felt like. So since we were not going to stay in this house no more, Jesse's like, we're going to look for somewhere else. We're going to leave immediately. We're going to find somewhere to go. So we were looking at places like apartments and just everything. We were looking. And luckily, one of Jesse's close friends knew a landlord that she had before. And she was looking for someone to rent to. And luckily, we were able to get this place within a week. And if you guys have been a subscriber for a while, there is a video actually of us helping move her out of her house. Not going to say which video, though. You can go and look for it. But it's actually that apartment. So it's really funny that we helped her move out of this apartment and then now we're living here. How funny is that? But yeah, we basically was living in a hellhole somewhere where we could have got like blown up in. Like it was just horrible. The whole house was horrible. And luckily we were able to move. We were able to have our animals here. The rent is affordable. It's just me, Nick, and Jesse at this apartment. And it's so much nicer. It's so much nicer. The only thing that kind of sucks again is that. And guys, I would have filmed a lot earlier, but there was something going on with like a sound that was coming from up there that was vibrating my whole room. And it was vibrating like my door, it was vibrating my chest. I couldn't breathe. And finally I left a note on their door and I have felt better. Like it sucked. But thankfully things are a lot better. Eventually when we get the house even more nicer, because there's still stuff here and there that hasn't been unpacked because we're just like, it's not really a priority right now, so we haven't really touched it. So when all that's kind of situated, I'll show you like how our place looks. I'll give you a little tour. I'll give you a tour of my room and stuff like that, because I actually have a room that is nice, and this little gnat that keeps flying around is pissing me off. But no, that is what happened. That's the reason why I've been gone, because we had to move. And I tried to film it, but what sucks is excuse me, the days that we were able to move, it was so hot. I got up at like 8 a.m. They got up at 9 a.m. We got the U-Haul. We took it to the place, the old house, and we got what we could out. And the majority of the stuff that got out first was my stuff, because I had a bunch of stuff in the living room. And then we got our beds and stuff like that. And it was so hot. We were dripping sweat. We couldn't breathe. It was so hard to do anything in the house. I was even going there before we even started moving stuff, going there and packing stuff in the dark, because where there was no power, I had to pack in the dark. I had flashlights and all that, and it was just really hard because it was hot and no power. And you would think you would have a plan, like when you are going to move, like, oh, you get the boxes, start packing this part of your room, start packing this part of the kitchen, like stuff like that. Like you plan stuff. No, the way that this happened, we literally was just going in there and throwing stuff in boxes. Nothing was planned. We just wanted to get our stuff out of that house, and that is what sucks. It was so defunctional. It was so unorganized, so I didn't want to film any of that. I filmed me in the U-Haul, and then like it was just too busy and too like hectic and hot to even try and film anything, so I didn't film anything. But if one day in the future a moving situation happens again and it's planned and stuff, yeah, I'll film it. But no, I'm hoping I don't have to move for a minute, for a while. Like Jess even was like, we're not moving, we're gonna stay here for a bit. Like, yeah. But oh guys, it was so hectic and horrible. The place was falling apart. We were thinking about leaving within like the end of the year. Tried to, because we found a nice place like a week before this happened, a week or so, that we could afford, and it was a house, and it was so nice, and it was kind of close to here too, where we're at. And then it was like it was gone, but then that stuff happened, and then we were struggling to find somewhere, and thankfully a guardian angel was there for us, because we were able to find this place. The only thing that sucks is that if you hear it, which again, if I have to have a fan or my heater in the background for background noise to cancel that out, I will, guys, and I am so sorry, but I'd rather you hear that than that, because I don't know what it is with this, like, how we're like separated, but you can hear the fucking floor constantly. If anything, guys, our landlord there, again, like, she was lenient with us being late on our rent and stuff like that, right? We'd say, oh, we just need like a week or so, a week or two, and she'd add a little bit extra onto it because we were late. She was lenient with us. She was understandable, but she wouldn't do anything. When, let's just say the house had apartments in the back, 2 apartments in the back that were also hers. Some people moved out at some point and it was really bad. There was bugs, there was trash and stuff, and the trash was left behind our house, right against it. And Jesse offered that, hey, we could clean it for you if like it will take some off our rent or whatever. And she said, no, it's okay. The maintenance people will get it. That caused bugs and that caused mice. And because that house had little holes everywhere and bad installation, like it was just falling apart, mice and bugs started coming into our house. And then all of a sudden rats started coming into our house. And yeah, we had rats come into the house, and we had poison, we had traps. Like, it was so hard. We were spending our money like constantly on trying to get rid of these things, and hell, half the time we couldn't even fucking do it because we were low on money. We had to pay her rent, we had to pay the bills, like, it just sucked, and she wouldn't do nothing. And now that we're not there, we still have to pay our last rent, our last month there, and just one more payment and we're good. We'll be done with her completely. But she is like, I need it right now because I have to give it to the exterminators and stuff like that. And we're thinking, but yet you couldn't help us when we were there. Jesse told her about the bugs that were appearing in our house, told her about the mice and the rats that were coming into our house, and it was just falling apart. I wish I had filmed more stuff when it came to that, so I would have evidence. But guys, if you guys rent anywhere, be sure that you don't have a slumlord. Be sure that your landlord is there for you, to work with you, help you out if stuff is broken. Like, guys, just do that before like anything. Like, yeah, you don't want to go down that route because that sucks. But anyways, other than the loud noises that are coming from there, both places. By the way, my storage closet right here is under the stairs to go up to their apartment. So this is my filming area. You guys are probably going to hear that. You guys are just going to have to deal with it. In this video, I'm rambling and I'm talking too much. I need to stop because I'm just not trying to make this video so long, but I keep rambling and talking. But I haven't made a video in a while, and I'm just, yeah, and Jesse's starting to sing. But anyways, it's October, guys. I got some videos I'm filming, and we also are going somewhere. I haven't been anywhere in over a year. The last time I went somewhere was April of 2022, I think. I had a planned trip with I can't talk. I had a planned trip to see Becky and go there and stuff, but that didn't happen. Stuff happened. But now we are going away for the weekend. We have a con to go to. I'm gonna film getting ready and packing and stuff, and I'm also gonna film there and try and post like maybe the next day or within like 2 days of it. I don't know, but I'm gonna take my laptop and all that so I can edit and yada yada. So I'm gonna go, guys. Sorry about the sounds that you're gonna start hearing in my videos. I'm sorry. But yeah, I'm filming too much. I'm talking too much. Long day, guys. Long day. But I gotta go because I open tomorrow. I work because I gotta work all week to go to what we're doing. I'm looking at myself in the camera. Stop looking at yourself in the camera. Hey, you can see my different toned eyes. Okay, guys, I'm going. I stared at that ring light way too long, and now all I see is the ring light. Bye. Love you guys. Okay, what I was trying to say. I enjoy it so much. I enjoy it so much. I enjoy the walking around when I'm trying to film. When you're trying to be a YouTuber, when you're a YouTuber and you do YouTube and you can do it.